Hi, I'm Kevin, and I'm here to hopefully demystify Rockered for you today. Rockered's been a huge buzzword in the ski industry for the last couple of years, and up until recently its main application has been for powder skis. Manufacturers are now bringing it down to all mountain skis and even beginner level skis. We're going to start off by explaining the benefits for beginners. A traditional ski has what's called camber under the foot, and that's where you've got a gap in between the tip and the tail of the ski that creates camber. Camber's great for hard-packed, icy conditions for people who want to carve and who are able to carve. It holds really well on the ice and hard-packed. The disadvantage for beginners is that it typically hooks up too quickly for them and makes them kind of skittish, and they're unable to really get that carving sensation. What manufacturers are starting to do is they move the contact point back from the very tip of the ski down a couple centimeters, and then when you weight the ski, the tips splay as well as the tails. This is the rocker of the ski. So you get camber when the ski is unweighted and rocker when the ski is weighted. That takes the pressure off the tip and the tails, allows you to kind of slide into that carving sensation rather than the ski feeling erratic to you. So for beginners, it's really going to help you progress quicker and give you that carving sensation much sooner than you would ever experience on a traditionally cambered ski. The next application of rocker that we're going to talk about is for all mountain skis. Like the beginner skis, all mountain skis that have rocker do typically have camber under the foot still. This allows you to provide good grip when you're on hard-packed ice or conditions. What happens is that when you weight the skis, you don't get any lift in the tails, but you do get a lift in the tip. So the rocker in the tip, what that does is on variable snow conditions and in powder, it makes the ski less hooky, and then in powder it helps keep your tips up above the snow. With that traditional camber under the foot, you still get very good grip on the hard pack, but then transitions very smoothly and easily over to the variable snow conditions. Next type of rocker we're going to talk about is a combination of both full-time camber and full-time rocker. This type of rocker application is very common in most all-mountain, a little bit wider, more powder-oriented skis, and also nowadays in some pipe and park skis. The advantage in powder is that you get very good edge grip on the hard pack, but then you get the float in the powder. In park and pipe skis, you get the all-mountain performance of the camber and the pop off the jumps, but you're less likely to hook up your tips and tails and on rails and whatnot, and it's also easier to butter and do spins off of features. If you look at the side profile of this type of rocker, you've got the full-time camber, you go to a full-time rocker. So like I said, lots of benefits of this for park and pipe guys as well as powder. A lot of manufacturers are starting to use this type of profile. Another unique feature about this ski as well, as you can see, and this is common in a lot of the Rockered skis these days, is it has early taper profile in the tip and the tail. What that does is in a powder application, it makes the ski lighter, easier to pivot. And then in park and pipe, it makes the ski lighter again, so it's easier to spin. You have less rotational force, but the length there for the landings and the float in the powder, but it makes the ski much easier to spin. So the final kind of rocker that we're going to talk about today is powder rocker. This is where rocker really got its start. The whole thing with powder is that as a medium, it's much like water. If you look at any kind of water ski, it has reverse camber or rocker to it. Skiers saw that, they applied it to powder, voila, powder skiing has never been easier. So if you look at this ski, it's got a lot of rocker compared to the other skis that we've seen today. Some of these powder skis will have a slight bit of camber under the foot, some will not, some will be flat. Most or all of them are going to be rocker in the tip, and some will have rocker in the tail, whereas others will have flat tails. As you can see, the rocker is very pronounced here. The more rocker you have, the more that tip is going to rise above the snow, the easier it is to ski in the powder type conditions. Again, this is where rocker got its roots. We've seen it pass down and trickle down to other applications now. So every skier out there on the hill can benefit from rocker nowadays.